on a test map. Uh, thought I had all of my, I believed I had all of my microphone troubles worked out, but it's still my microphone on the last episode, episode 6. It still wasn't as commanding as I wanted it to be. You can hear the game sounds fine. Um, Microphone sounds not all that great at times. There's some parts of the video you hear great, some parts of the video you don't. I noticed in the pause menu or the settings menus or whatever, as I'm flipping through there and it sort of knocks the sound way back in the background, I'm getting better microphone response. Um, Watched a couple of different YouTubers through the week during break times at work and whatnot, and they told me to basically those videos sort of help you with settings and how to get this stuff doing, because like I said, I'm a first time YouTuber, first time recording, editing, all this stuff's new to me. um, you'll notice in my general settings I've cut my volume, the master volume. I got the vehicle volume and the environment volume up at 100% now. I was running vehicle at like 30, environment at 100. I've turned them both up to 100. I've turned the volume, master volume, down to 20%. Um, and we're going to see how that does. The difficulty that I'm running into is I'm talking at normal speech volume. Evidently to have this microphone pick up with the volume, the master volume up at 100%, you'd have to scream like you were at a Metallica or at a Metallica concert or an AC/DC concert. You'd have to scream into the microphone to get it to pick up real good. Uh, don't want to do that. I try to do my recording when everybody else is still in slumber. So it'd be hectic around here to wake up the household because I'm having to scream into the microphone while recording a video. Plus, it just wouldn't be that pleasant. Uh, we're using a Afterglow AG9, because the reason I'm mentioning that is we're going to be testing out two different headsets on this test video too. I got I believe this is a AG9 or a AG plus 9, or anyway, it's whatever it is. It's Afterglow anyway. Totally wireless headset with a boom mic. We're also going to be later trying out a PS4 Gold headset, also wireless, but it does have an option for wired attachment. So in order to work out my microphone difficulties, we're going to be testing some things. We're going to be playing with this volume. We're going to be playing with different headsets. Um, and then I'll just press all this together. Maybe somebody else will find this video helpful. Because after getting to check, there's not a whole lot of real good information out there. You either get somebody that's getting so technical that they're telling you how to go in and change your TV settings and talking about megahertz and all this, that, and the other. Hey, look, us new guys that are new to this, we love y'all technical guys to death. We really do. You know, thank y'all for all y'all's help. But can you break it down into layman's terms? And hey, who better to break it down into layman's terms than JR at Rednex? Strike up a Winston. Oh, I know y'all hate that, but gotta have my morning cigarette. All right, let's see how this works out if we get some things running. Master volume at 20%. Um, Another problem I'm running into before I take off. Um, I've got to post this and then check it to see what the sound quality is like. My editing suite, I'm using Share Factory on the PS4. I do everything for these videos off the PS4. Um, so I don't have an editing suite where I'm, putting this on a stick, putting it on the computer, and doing it that way. I'm doing all the editing and everything in PS4. In Share Factory, when I listen to the playback to do the editing, microphone is great. All the audio quality is great. The microphone can be heard. My voice can be heard over the game. Everything's awesome. You upload the video, and the next thing I know, I get a Facebook message, or I get a phone call from a friend that watches the videos, personal friend that watches the videos, and they're like, yeah, we still can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear your voice. Well, we hear you a little bit now, but it's still not good. Um, just go in. Let me go in here and check, because we are playing on a new PlayStation. I'm trying to make sure I got everything set up. Microphone level was not all the way up too. That was another hint I was given. Maybe now you can hear me. Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, in the editing suite, everything seems great. Um, it's only on playback. My playback on YouTube, it I would say it gives me real playback on YouTube, whereas the editing suite, it gives you everything at like a set volume. In other words, the in-game volume is the same as my microphone level volume in the editing suite. If Because if I had already noticed, I mean, look, people, I'm 6 episodes into a Let's Play on Goldcrest Valley. I don't want y'all to think I'm just pure stupid. Here's the problem. If the editing suite of Share Factory would show, or it, just through playback features, when you're playing it back to cut clips out and to smush it down and compress it as much as possible, pull out the driving clips because they take up time, if when you're buzzing through there and playing and looking for clip points, if the audio playback would let the person know that, through the sound of it, that, hey, your microphone isn't up to par, the game is a whole lot louder, I wouldn't have posted it that way. I would have been sitting here, boggling my own mind trying to figure it out. But okay, we got our microphone now adjusted all the way up, because we went in here, adjust microphone level. Now we saved it. All right, turned it wide open, and then hit saved. You got to make sure you hit save. Now let's double check. Okay, that's good. We've come into our game. We've turned our master volume down to 20%. That's what we're going to start with. Like I said, I'll have to watch this on playback, so to see which one of these settings is really working. We're going to step this up from 20% up to, say, from 20 to 40, from 40 to 60 with this headset. And then we're going to do the same thing with a PS4 Gold headset and see what has our better microphone levels, our better recording level, quality. We're looking for a little bit of quality. All right, let's give us a go. We're on Sosnovka. Comrades, we have went over behind the old Iron Curtain. Okay. Vanilla test map. Let's get her going. It's great to come here and do this because, as we all know, combines are one of the loudest machines on the game. So what better way to check your microphone audio than by doing a little harvesting. Again, this is at these are on the Afterglows. I believe it's AG9s. I've had them for quite a while. I say quite a while. I've had them ever since episode 1. And I try to post an episode a week. So there you go. They're about a little over a month old, if that. And I mean, they're great headphones. I'm a noob and a rookie user trying to figure out how to set this stuff up so that I'm getting the sound quality I want. We'll do, let's see, this field ain't very big. So we'll do 2 passes here with everything set up the way it is. Again, you know, we're tinkering with master volume for sound quality. And I probably won't cut very much of this up. I'll probably just post it as is. Alright. Let's spin this around here. We're going to shut her down so that we have silence. We're going to come out into our general settings menu, come down. And we're going to step it up to 40% now. We're seeing if this works. Alright, come back out. Alright, the engine start up at 40%. Harvester start up on 40%. And off and cutting. Yeah, the Afterglow headphones are very comfortable to wear. The headband's real cushioned. The cans themselves around your ear, they're very cushioned. Like I said, the only trouble I've had with them is my inexperience at setting things up to get the right microphone level. I'm pretty confident the microphone's working as it should, and in a much capable user's hands, I mean, these would be probably great headphones. So we're going to do another pass back down at this volume level. This is also letting me check, you know, because I want people to be able to hear the tractors. I mean, the easiest fix would be able to come in, play the game at muted volume. You know, just mute the game at all, you know, at all. That way when I'm talking, but how boring would that be? I mean, I want you to hear the motors. You know, what if some people are finding these videos that are looking at this game, you know, to see what it's all about? We're talking about the type of people that might want to hear what the in-game noises are. They want to hear the sounds. You know, prospective buyers of the game, I guess you would say. Alright. That's a row up, down, and back at 40%. I shut her down again. I know, people. Getting boring to you. That's why it's a test. This is more for me than it is for anybody, but it'll be posted. Like I said, if it helps anybody else out, I'm happy if it helps anybody. I'm happy if it just helps me. Alright. Master volume at 60% with my Afterglows. And start up. Oh well, that's great. Shut the motor down. Wrong button. Alright, let's make another pass. Yeah, we're working on a test map. Nothing important here. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to set this up as a permanent test map, because anybody that's got the game, whether they played Slosnovka or not, or however you pronounce it, I'm terrible at pronunciations, guys. You know, don't hold it against me. But I think a vanilla map would be one of the better maps to do test on. It's something that everybody should be familiar with, especially if you're like a kickover from FS15. You know, because we did have this map on FS15, which, you know, was okay. Run back down instead of sitting here ratchet jawing. Let's run back down on our last test strip for 60%, master volume at 60 on the Afterglow headset, and then we'll take a brief, well, I'll take a brief pause. For y'all it'll be a matter of seconds because I'll edit it out. But then we're going to be doing a headphone swap out, which means that I've got to change out Bluetooth receivers in a USB port and cut these off and hang them up and get the other ones up and running, which means plugged up, turned on. So like I said, just a moment for me, mere seconds for you. We'll be right back. Alright. Told you. Moment for me, mere seconds for you. We're now on the PS4 Gold headset. Once you get used to wearing the Afterglows, this one here feels a little confining. The Afterglow cushions are all cloth covered, so they're real nice on your, well, if you've got a shaved head like me, they're nice on the dome. They're also nice around your ears. This one here has a more cushiony vinyl feel, I guess, or more rubberized feel to it. So there's your comfortability. What we're going to do with the PS4 Golds is we're going to do the exact same thing we did with the Afterglows, but backwards. So, in other words, we're going to start at 60% and work our way backwards to 20, going down, 20% at a time. So let's crank our harvester up. And I'm sorry for the microphones built into this headset, and I'm having to push buttons, so I'm only assuming that's giving y'all a lot of noise. Because wearing them as a headset, the tractors are extremely loud in your ear if you don't have the volume set right. And start the harvester up. And head on down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drive it down this time. And we'll even test an unload on here. Because unloading is usually when you get a lot of racket too. Loud tractor noises where it's the loudest it can be. I don't like that pop-up on the screen. I'm assuming that'll come up in video, or it'll put a blacked out section over part of the screen. If it does, just to explain what that is for anybody that's never seen them. Every time I touch a button on this headset, whether it be the volume button to turn the volume up in my ear a little bit, or to turn it down, it puts a pop-up over the screen. Which I guess, you know, this is the first time I've recorded with these headphones. First time I've used them, but I haven't recorded them. I've just checked the sound quality. I would assume you get these set and you just leave it. But I'm the type of person, if somebody walks into the room, I'll mute a microphone. Now the mute button on this is also on the ear, like everything else. And so the microphone is built in with, you know, one of the little ear built-in hole microphones on the earpiece. So I'm assuming anytime I reach up here and touch the ear, whether it be for the volume buttons here or the mute button here, let's test the mute. Mute, mute, mute. Mute, 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 mute off. Okay, yeah. I'm assuming when I hit those buttons, I get a pop-up on my screen. Y'all probably get to see it on recording. You know, if I'm recording and somebody gets up at the house or comes into the room I'm recording on, I'll always hit the mute button. And I can have my conversation with them. I can cut my volume down in my ears so that I can still hear them with the headset on. You know, with these, that's the only downfall I see right off the bat, is that microphone being built into the headset. That quite possibly, get that started and let it run, that quite possibly that's going to make a whole lot of racket for people in the videos, and I don't want that. So that may be a don't use the PS4 Gold type of situation for me. I'm extremely anal when it comes to things like that. Out here looking, standing in between the machines while they're running. Volume at 60, PS4 headset. I'm gonna go ahead and fire the worker. Go ahead and turn the harvester off. I know it's tedious. We'll leave the engine running this time. No, we won't. Come out. Master volume, step down 20% to 40. And back out. Crank it up. Because as I turn these master volume down, I have to adjust the headset volume. I like hearing the tractors too, you know. Turn the harvester on. We'll make a couple of passes here at 40% with these, and just be chatty Cathy. As we test out our microphone levels, I guess we can aptly name this microphone check 1212, because technically we are checking out two different headsets, two different microphones, to see which one I get better sound quality out of for future videos, because I'm sort of in a holding pattern. I've gotten discouraged because the sound quality isn't there. I don't talk a whole lot normally. I'm having to really reach to talk this long while doing a video. I don't normally do a whole lot of chit-chatting. I may explain something as I'm doing it, but after that I just do it, and I'll give you some background music to listen to and let you watch the Let's Play or skip around. So it's a reach for me. I guess in a way it's good. A lot of people want commentary while they're watching, and sort of be able to wrap their head around what your way of thinking, of why you're doing what you're doing. So this right here helps me be less shy, I guess. We'll shut our harvester off. We'll come out to our menu. We'll step it down another 20% to 20%. Alright. Which means I'm going to have to click that volume button a couple more times again. Alright, we'll crank her up, get her started, and we'll run down through here. Now, in-ear volume, the way the headset's set up right now, in-ear, it sounds great to me. As far as the tractors and everything. But I know the posted video is what I'm going to have to really check. I'll even go in and look at it in Share Factory, you know, just long enough to put there'll be like 3 clips. I'll have to put the 3 clips together to make the whole test video. The first clip will be the AG headset, the Afterglow headset. The second clip will be this PS4 Gold headset. And there will be a third go-through with this PS4 headset. If it works, there will be a third go-through with the PS4 headset. The PS4 Gold does come with a connecting cable that you can use for like mobile devices and whatnot, so that you can use this headset to hook up to your old iPhones with a headphone jack. Anything with a headphone jack you can hook up to. So I'm going to now, I did a setting at 20, setting at 40, setting at 60 with these. I'm going to pull up here. I'm going to shut her down. And if this works, then y'all will get a little bit more of a video. If not, then I'll clip these together and post it. If this doesn't work, then y'all won't know about it. Let's see here. Alright. Now, if this worked, what you're now listening to is the PS4 Gold headset with the wire option. I've got them wired into the controller. We'll see if that changes anything as far as audio quality for the microphone level and whatnot. So we're still at 20%, because we did it backwards this time. So this time we'll rock it up from 20 to 60 again. So at 20% startup, wired connection. Started the harvester. I can already tell a difference in the volume coming to the headset. Okay, the volume coming into the headset now with the headphones plugged directly into the controller. My volume buttons up here on my headset, I don't know if y'all can hear me pushing them or not. They no longer work. So those only work when you're using them in the wireless mode through the Bluetooth receiver. They do not work when you've got them connected into the headset. I guess right here under your sound and devices, volume control for headphones, that works. So that would be how you would cut them up and down if you're using the wired feature of this headset, where you plug them into the controller. And enter. So that means you'd have to reset up your microphone. Yeah, none of the other buttons. What about mute? No, mute don't even work on it. Okay, so you no longer have the option to mute the headphone. None of the buttons work on the headphones, evidently. Interesting to know. So even if the sound quality is great, I will not be using the wired option on this. Let's go ahead and make our cut. And I tell you what, since none of the buttons on the headphone work, we're just going to make a cut up or a cut down. Our first cut at 20%. Then we're going to go right to 60% and cut our way back to the starting side of the field. And we're going to call it a test complete. And we'll get this wrapped up, put a bow on it, and stick it on YouTube and see what it sounds like real quick. I've got my hopes up. I'm really not liking the wired feature, since you don't even have a mute button. You know, none of your controls on the headphone, it's the earphones. None of the controls on the headset itself works. That's so discouraging. I mean, come on, PlayStation. And we'll just step right up to 60%. Oh dear God. I'll suffer one pass with it being that loud in my ear. Oh, it's already made me insane. I'm turning my lights on in the daytime. The reason for buttons on a headphone is so that you can adjust it on the fly. You know, it's easy to mash the volume down knob and you can hear somebody talking to you that walked into the room. It's easy to mash a mute button so that you can cut out people that are talking to you in your personal life while you're playing. To do away with all button features on a headphone, on a headset, that's just, no, that's not good. That's like one of those really moments. Oh dear God, that's loud. Okay. Well, I really appreciate anybody that's checking this out. And if it helps you set up your microphones and your headsets or whatever, you know, that would be great. If you like the video, hey, hit that thumbs up like button. If you're not a subscriber, I wouldn't tell you to just subscribe right now, because as you can tell, I'm still working through some issues. But, you know, flip on over there, check out some of the Let's Plays, see where I'm headed with it. And hey, if you like what you see so far, it can only get better, right? Anyway, JR at Rednex Farming, and we'll see you on the next go around.